In the heart of Christianity, few figures evoke as much reverence, love, and sorrow as the Blessed Virgin Mary. Her life, marked by profound joys and deep sorrows, offers a path of reflection for the faithful. Today, we journey through the 7 Sorrows of Mother Mary, a devotion that invites us into the very soul of the Mother of God to meditate on her pain and her unwavering faith. The 7 Sorrows of Mary, also known as the 7 Dolors, are a series of events in her life that caused her great pain and suffering. This devotion allows us to unite our sufferings with hers and to seek her intercession. Traditionally, these sorrows are as follows: the prophecy of Simeon, the flight into Egypt, the loss of the child Jesus in the temple, the meeting of Mary and Jesus on the way to Calvary, the crucifixion and death of Jesus, the body of Jesus being taken down from the cross, the burial of Jesus. Let us now delve into each of these sorrows, understanding not only the events themselves but the deep emotional and spiritual significance they hold. The first sorrow of Mary occurred when she and Joseph brought the infant Jesus to the temple in Jerusalem, as was customary under Jewish law. Here, they encountered the holy man Simeon, who prophesied that Jesus would be a sign of contradiction and that a sword would pierce Mary's own soul. This prophecy foretold the immense suffering Mary would endure as the mother of the Messiah. This moment is the beginning of Mary's journey into sorrow, a sorrow that is both personal and universal, as she contemplates the future pain of her son. Shortly after Jesus' birth, an angel warned Joseph in a dream to flee to Egypt to escape King Herod's decree to kill all male infants in Bethlehem. This marked the second sorrow, the flight into Egypt. Mary, already a young mother, now became a refugee, fleeing into a foreign land to protect her child. In this sorrow, we see Mary's trust in God's plan, even as it leads her into uncertainty and danger. Her faith and courage shine as a beacon for all who face trials and hardships. When Jesus was 12 years old, Mary and Joseph took him to Jerusalem for the feast of Passover. On their return journey, they realized Jesus was not with them. After 3 days of anxious searching, they found him in the temple, discussing with the teachers of the law. This third sorrow reflects the deep anguish of a mother separated from her child. Mary's sorrow in this event is one of the most relatable for parents, the fear and panic of losing a child, coupled with the realization that Jesus was always about his Father's business. This moment foreshadows the greater separation that would come at the cross. The fourth sorrow is perhaps the most heartbreaking. Mary meets Jesus on the way to Calvary. The mother who once held her baby in her arms now sees him burdened with the cross, bloodied and bruised. Their eyes meet, and in that gaze, an unspoken exchange of love, sorrow, and acceptance occurs. This sorrow is a powerful reflection of the suffering endured by all mothers who witness the pain of their children. It is a moment of shared suffering between mother and son, and a testament to Mary's strength in the face of unimaginable grief. At the foot of the cross, Mary stood as her son was crucified, enduring the ultimate sorrow, watching her child die a brutal death. This fifth sorrow is the culmination of all the previous ones, as the prophecy of Simeon is fulfilled. Here, Mary is not just the mother of Jesus, but the mother of all humanity, sharing in the redemptive suffering of her son. In this sorrow, we see the depth of Mary's love and her complete surrender to God's will. It is a sorrow that leads to redemption, a pain that is not in vain. After Jesus' death, his body was taken down from the cross and placed in Mary's arms. This sixth sorrow, immortalized in countless works of art, is a moment of profound intimacy and sorrow. The Son, who was once held in joyful anticipation, is now held in grief. In this moment, Mary becomes the symbol of all who mourn, embodying the pain of loss yet holding on to the hope of resurrection. The final sorrow is the burial of Jesus. Mary watches as her son is laid in the tomb, a stone sealing him away. This seventh sorrow is one of finality, yet it is tinged with the hope of the resurrection. Mary's faith does not waver, even in the darkest of moments. In this final sorrow, we are reminded that death is not the end but a passage to new life. Mary's sorrow is profound, but her hope in God's promise is unshakable. The seven sorrows of Mary invite us to reflect on the deep and abiding love of a mother, the pain of loss, and the hope of resurrection. As we meditate on these sorrows, let us remember that in our own times of suffering, we can turn to Mary, who understands our pain and intercedes for us with a mother's love. May the Blessed Virgin Mary, who shared in the suffering of her Son, guide us in our own journey of faith, helping us to find hope and peace in the midst of our sorrows.